Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV on the YouTube and Facebook channel. And of course, welcome to Virtual2Reality.tv. We are live once again here on the V2R page. Big thanks to Joel Hamilton and of course, a big thanks to Chris Roberts as well for allowing us to bring you the action here live on the V2R page, along with the Ultimate Dirt TV as well. Tonight, the Blue Sphere Corporation 360 Wing Sprint Car Series come back to Eldora Speedway for round number 11 of the series, race number 2. The penultimate round of the series, and of course, next week is finals week, of course. We're going to be live right here on the V2R page, and of course, the UDTV Facebook and YouTube channel. So, of course, you can check out the social media information if you're watching on the Virtual 2 Reality side of things. Head over to Facebook.com/UltimateDirtTV. You go to YouTube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit the like and follow button on the Facebook, and of course, you can hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up on the YouTube side as well. Doesn't cost anything. The support is much appreciated. We have 2 minutes left of this practice session. Then, of course, we'll get set into qualifying. And then we'll get into some heat races. And then, of course, the main events. No C or B main required at the moment. 23 drivers signed into the pit area for race number 2. With that being said, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back on the other side of this with tonight's qualifying here from the Eldora Speedway. Qualifying up next, and we'll just be back in just a few moments' time. All right, heat races up next. Apologise about that. Oh, see Chase Cabray go back-to-back in qualifying, going quick time with a 14.008. So you see 3 heat races here this evening. We'll take a look at our City Group Holdings starting grid. Starting on the pole, car number 41, it's Chase Cabray to his outside, the 35 of John Batista. Inside, row number 2, the 70 of Chris Brenner lines up alongside the 21 of Sean Wallerfels Jr. At a position 5, the 95 of Dakota Coon. At a position 6, the 20 of Nicholas Sanchez. Your final row on the inside at a position 7, in car number 4, it's Nicholas Cheever. Starting at a position 8 in car number 10, it's Corey Cosboth. Set to go green. Off turn number 4, Cabray and Batista. Green flag is out and we're underway. Heat number 1 for the second race of the evening. Immediately, Brenner went to the low side into turn number 1 and 2. Batista, well, he's almost near pushing the 41, but now slide Joel up to the top of the race. Batista will lead that lap. Cabray with a slider. Batista turned it underneath. There may have been a little contact. And John Batista, I'm not sure what's going on with the 35, but he's pulling into pit road. And that's not how he would have wanted to start that one. See this in race number 1 of the feature. Cabray leading Brenner. Now Sean Wallerfels Jr. up to position number 3. All drivers will make the show. And maybe John Batista is opting to do the rear of the field challenge. But hopefully, because it's going to be a sight to watch to see that 35 come through the field. Coming up to 5 laps complete here in the opening heat race of round number 11, race number 2, the Bluesfield Corporation 360 Winning Sprintcar Series presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Of course, you can check out Bluesfield and Dirty Old Bastards on Facebook. If you're watching on the virtual2reality.tv page, you can check out Ultimate Dirt TV, and of course, if you're watching on the... Get back to that. Brennan now to the race lead. Cabray made a huge mistake on the exit of turn number 4. If you're watching on the Ultimate Dirt TV page, head over to virtual2reality.tv and check out the page as well. We are live on both Facebook pages tonight, and of course, we are live on the Ultimate Dirt TV YouTube channel as well. Brenner coming to 2 laps to go, looking to start on the pole for tonight's A main. Cabray, if he finishes second, he will start position 4 in this one. Dakota Coon now into 3rd. Sean Wallerfels Jr. all over the racetrack down the back straightaway. Then you go back to the 10 of Corey Cosboth, Nicholas Cheever, Sanchez and Batista. DNFs here in this opening heat race of race number 2. Brenner on the bottom side into turns 3 and 4. He gets the win, the checkered flag. Now that will belong to the 70. He will start on pole. Heat number 2 up next, and we'll take a look at our City Group Holdings starting grid for tonight's second heat of the night. On the pole, heat race number 2 in the Black Diamonds Motorsports. Hammerdown TV, Ultimate Dirt TV. Iron Aces, car number 36. It's Nathan Davis. To his outside in car number 71 in the EW Motorsports, Wicked Cushion. It's John Lopresto. Starting out of position 3 in the Team SETI Group Holdings, Wicked Cushion 057. It's Craig Dunn out of position 3. Out of position 4 in the Dirt Track and Bastards, Dirty Old Bastards, Blue Sphere Corporation, Wicked Cushion, car number 93. It's Chris Roberts. Out of position number 5 in the United Dirt Sim Racing Association, car number 56. David Flick. Brandon Steele will start position 6, Garrett Pepe at 7th, and Terry Landis will start 8th. Heat number 2, about to roll off. Davis and John Lopresto, the front row. Craig Dunn, Chris Roberts. Now, well, these two guys have been at each other all night, and, well, they're going at it for the championship as well. Green flag is out. John Lopresto got a good launch, but Davis slides up to the top of the racetrack. Lopresto cuts it down underneath him, down the back straightaway. Lopresto staying on the bottom side of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Davis up top, side by side. John Lopresto leads that lap. Lopresto sliding to the cushion in turns 1 and 2. This time it's Davis to turn it back underneath him. Now Lopresto goes up top and Batista puts... it's Davis who puts the slider on. Roberts into position 3. Then he's got David Flick and Brandon Steele behind him just as Brandon Steele caught that outside wall. Lopresto fighting back on the inside for the race lead. And he will lead off at turn number 4. Track at the moment not very worn in from what we've seen in race number 1. Lopresto through the middle. Bottom side, bottom to mid on the racetrack. Meanwhile, you see Davis up on the top side of the racetrack trying to work the cushion. So Lopresto's running top 1 and 2 and bottom 3 and 4. Once again, through the middle of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4 for Lopresto. Cushion not quite there all the way around this racetrack at the moment here at Eldora. 5 down, 5 to go. John Lopresto continuing to lead this one. Oh no, I say that he hits the wall off of turn 2 and on the back straightaway. He falls back to second. And he's going to give Nathan Davis the race lead, coming to 3 to go. Not done with just yet as the 71. He's going to fight back on the inside. Davis, now he's right on the middle of the racetrack, as is, well, your top 3 right now. Roberts, he's thinking about going up top. He's not real comfortable up there. Coming to the white flag. It is out for the 36 of Nathan Davis. He will start on the outside of the front row tonight. All drivers make it to the main event. 23 drivers I think we had in attendance here. Off at turn number 4, Nathan Davis will start. P2 in the main event. Second home in the 71, John Lopresto. Chris Roberts third. David Flick fourth. Garrett Pepiat, Terry Landis. Craig Dunn unfortunately falling back to 6. Not sure what's going on with him. He's normally been super fast this season. We're just a little off the pace here tonight. Heat 2 complete. The final heat of the night. We'll take a look at the SETI Group Holdings starting grid. On the pole for the final heat race of the night in car number 14, it's Jason Minat. So he's outside the 57 of Anthony Lopresto out of position number 2. Out of position 3, the 6 of Kyle Scott. And out of position number 4, it's the 15 of Michael Sheridan. Lining up out of position number 5 in the 127, it's Stephen Hill. Starting position number 6 in the 27, it's Tim Christensen. Your final starter for heat race number 3 in the 024. It's going to be Ryan Martin out of position 7. And this will be the last heat race of the night. 10 laps around Eldora. Before it is a main time. 35 laps on the board. Lights are out, going green this time by Minot, Lepresto, Scott, Sheridan, Hill, Christensen, and Martin. 10 on the board, green flag is out, and we are underway. Scott slide, almost a double slide to Lepresto. Contact with Sheridan and Stephen Hill. Well, there's contact. Ryan Martin losing his front wing, but we stay green. Lap 1 belongs to Jason Minot. Second is Kyle Scott in the 6th, and Anthony Lepresto riding in position number 3. Drivers are spread out here after the opening couple laps, after the contact on the back straightaway on the opening lap, and Jason Minot leading this one by nearly 0.8 of a second. 0.735, so over 0.7 at the moment over Kyle Scott in the 6th machine, back there in position number 2. That's him on screen in the red and white machine. You go back to Anthony Lepresto, back there in position number 3. Jason Minot picked up 0.3 on that previous lap, nearly 0.4 almost. 1.1 seconds was the gap, and now he pulls it out to 1.2, so he's picking up a 10th. He's just getting faster, turning lap times in. Well, his fast lap is a 14.6 flat. Kyle Scott's is a 14.695. Now Minot's into the 14.5s, and there's another 2 or 3 tenths just on that previous lap from Jason Minot over Kyle Scott. I gotta say, Anthony Lepresto is starting to catch Kyle Scott. Hello, Stephen Carr. Welcome to the V2R page, buddy. Sheridan in 4. Stephen Hill back there in position number 5, coming to 2 laps to go. Sheridan on the low side, and Stephen Hill's trying to work the top side of the racetrack in. We're not seeing that much of a dangerous cushion building here at Eldora, but we're seeing this cushion starting to develop on the top side to where these drivers can gather up momentum. The white flag is out. One more lap around the racetrack. Here for Jason Minot in the 14 through turns 3 and 4 on the top side. He gets the checkers. He will start position 3. Second home is Kyle Scott. Third is going to be Anthony Lepresto. Fourth at the line of drag race. Sheridan got it over Stephen Hill, Tim Christensen, and Ryan Martin. Finishes this 7-car field. Heat race number 3. It's A-Main time. Let's take a look at the SETI Group holdings starting grid for tonight's A-Main. Starting on the pole, tonight's feature event, 35 laps. It's the 70 of Chris Brenner to his outside, the 36 of Nathan Davis. Starting out of position number 3 in car number 14, it's Jason Minot. At a position 4, the 41 of Chase Cabray.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Starting out of position number 5 in car number 71, it's John Lepresto. At a position 6, it's the 6 of Kyle Scott. Out of position 7, the 95 of Dakota Coon. Out of position 8, the 93 of Chris Roberts. The fireworks going off here at Eldora. Out of position number 9, the 57 of Anthony Lepresto. Out of position 10, the 21 of Sean Wallfels Jr. Out of position 11, the 56 of David Flick. Out of position 12, the 15 of Michael Sheridan. Out of position 13, the 10 of Corey Cosgrove. Out of position 14, the 47 of Garrett Pepiat. Stephen Hill in the 127 starts 15th. Nicholas Cheever starts alongside him in position 16. Out of position 17, the 61, Terry Landis. Out of position 18, the 27 of Tim Christensen. Out of position 19, the Nicholas Sanchez. Craig Dunn will start 20th. 21 will go to Ryan Martin. John Batista, 22. And Brandon Steele will start position 23. That's what we're waiting for. 35 laps on the board. Race number 2. Who's going to find victory lane? Green flag is out and we're underway. Oh, Kyle Scott into the wall into turn number 1 and 2.
Yellow flag is out.
And we're not going to get any further than that. Kyle Scott in the 06, I believe, the culprit here. Nicholas Cheever as well in the 4 car. Nicholas Sanchez going around in the 20 machine. Have a look at the Colby's iPaint instant replay. Caught the back of Stephen Hill. Craig Dunn had nowhere to go. And we potentially lose 3 cars out of that one. We will. Someone else just came down pit road as well. Oh no, it's Nathan Davis. What happened to Davis here? We'll take a look on the Colby's iPaint's instant replay. So 3 and 4 is what got Nathan Davis. And well, he's just had no luck in. So the yellow flag flew about just there, and on the rear end onto all that car. When it comes back down, not once, not twice, but 3 times he got it. So meatball flag coming out for the 36 of Nathan Davis, and unfortunately that will end his night. So early caution here. Of course, big thanks to everyone on the virtual2reality.tv Facebook page, and of course the Ultimate Dev TV Facebook page. And well, as I said, we are live on the YouTube for the Ultimate Dirt TV channel as well. So live on the 3 pages here tonight. So the white flag will come out at lap number 38. So 1 complete, 34 to go. This time it's Brenner, and it's going to be the Chase Cabray. Minot and Lopresto side by side up for turn number 2. Everyone looking to make it okay through turn 3 and 4 may do so. We'll go back into 1 and 2. Brenner driving away from Cabray. Minot stuck in a battle with John Lopresta. Then you go back to Chris Roberts, Dakota Kuhn. Kuhn in the 95 up top. Roberts in the white and blue and red machine down low. And then of course in the 57, that's Anthony Lopresto. Through the middle is Anthony Lopresto now. Yellow flag is out on the racetrack. It'll be Nicholas Sanchez, who's back on pit road. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay. 20 machine going upside down. Just got the wall and upside down, and almost sent him into orbit. The yellow flag will fly for the 2nd time tonight. Reminder, tonight, or later on tonight, we are not done with broadcasting some races. We'll go through that after this one. We're going to be live again in around 7 hours time. It'll be the Australian Speedway League down under graphics, 360 Australian Sprintcar title. He's going to be crowned King of Australia. Dylan Sharman makes his return and trying to defend that A1 crown, but we'll chat about that later on. I'll give you all the links that you need to click on if you want to. If you're a night owl or you're an early morning person, you want to watch some more sprint car action here live on the Ultimate Dirt TV and Virtual 2 Reality Facebook and YouTube channels. Of course, we couldn't do it without the likes of the guys from Colby's Eye Paint, Blue Sphere Corporation, and SETI Group Holdings as well. You can check out Colby's Eye Paints and Blue Sphere on Facebook. You can check out SETI Group Holdings on the web at www.seti.com. That's CEDI.com. Green flag back out on the racetrack here at Eldora. Presto and Minot going at it again for third and fourth on the racetrack. Dakota Kuhn. Then you got Anthony Presto. So a couple of teammates in Kuhn and Minot battling with the Presto brothers, who also happen to be teammates as well. So there's the four on screen that we're just talking about. John Presto in the 71 slides through the middle. Almost to the right front, meeting the left rear of Minot. Through turns 3 and 4, Kuhn right on the top side of the racetrack, as is Anthony Lepresto. Then Sean Wallenfels Jr. the blue and green. Blue and green. It's the black and aqua blue car. 21 in position 7. Kuhn now working on the inside of John Lepresto, looking for 4. But here comes Anthony Lepresto looking for 5th. Kuhn into the wall. Anthony Presto around him. Oh no, Wallenfels Jr., Sheridan, and Kuhn, they're all involved in that one. Let's take a look at our Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. So Kuhn, a little out of shape there. He's caught the wall. Sean Wallenfels Jr. had nowhere to go, and Sheridan coming through as well also had nowhere to go. Back on all fours for Dakota Kuhn. Sean Wallenfels Jr., however, unlucky. He hasn't had a whole lot of luck when he's run these races. We're missing quite a few drivers. We're missing about 10 or 11 drivers from race number 1.
The green guys, take that, single file, white flag, lap 44.
If you're wondering who that was, that is race control. White flag, lap number 44. Oh, that calculation tells me there's 25 laps to go. Chris Brenner leading from Chase Cabray, Jason Minot. Top 3, Anthony and John Lepresto rounding up the top 5. Chris Roberts, Terry Landis, David Flick, Garrett Pepiot, and Stephen Hill. John Lepresto downstairs. Into 3 and 4, going to continue. Well, he's going to go through the middle of the racetrack. Anthony Brother passing him on the outside. Roberts back there in position 6, got Terry Landis behind him, trying to work to the inside. But now Roberts, he follows Lepresto in. That's John Lepresto in the 71 through the middle of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Just get the feeling that Cabray, well, he may just have something for Brenner. As soon as Brenner makes a mistake, you just know that the 70 machine is going to get quickly pounced on by the 41 of Chase Cabray. Through turns 3 and 4, we watch Brenner and Cabray rail the top side of the racetrack. Minot, he is trying to hang on to third right now. Anthony Lepresto closing in the gap for third. Yellow flag is out. And it's Brandon Steele And the Steel Cycle eBay number, it's not an eBay car anymore, it's just a Steel Cycle commentary. Let's take a look at the Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. Caught the inside wall there, stood up in front of Stephen Hill and Ryan Martin coming through. Had a little contact there as well, but both cars look to be a-okay. And rolling Dakota Coon, unfortunately he's done for after that previous crash. Hello Robbie Andrew, thank you very much Nathan. Sucks that you got caught up in some stuff, and it's a shame you only got the wall 3 times in the one corner. No, you certainly got some airtime. White flag coming up at lap number 47 right now. Thanks to everyone that has tuned in here on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook and YouTube channel, and of course the virtual2reality.tv Facebook page as well. White flag lap number 47, 20 remain. 15 complete. Green flag this time by as soon as the pace truck goes. As soon as they reach the restart zone, Chris Brenner has control of the field.
Green flag, green flag.
So the top 5 consists of 2 teams, GDSRA versus UW Motorsports, and well, it's going to be Cabray putting the slider on Brenner in turns 1 and 2. Brenner turned it back underneath him now. Cabray into 3 and 4. Slide job, and there's the mistake from Brenner. He loses 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. From 1st to 5th. And now could go back to 6th because Roberts went to put a slider on him, but oh, yellow flag is out. This time we've got Tim Christensen upside down. Stephen Hill caught up, involved in that one as well. Let's take a look at our Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. Christensen come off the wall. Cost both got into the left rear of, or the right rear of Stephen Hill. Transport equipment hire coming through there, just innocent party, got hit from every way. Want to get dizzy? Hang on for the ride. On board with Stephen Hill on this instant replay, thanks to Colby's Eye Paints. So the 2 cars in front of Stephen Hill here, you just can't really see him there, and all of a sudden, bam, you're going towards the wall. It's never a good sign.
When they reach the first of the 3 Eldora logos outside turn 4, white flag lap 50. Let's check.
White flag at lap number 50. To go. Cabray, your race leader from Minot, Lepresto, Brenner, and Lepresto. Anthony in 3rd, John in 5th. Green flag is back out. John Lepresto to the bottom side into 1 and 2, trying to get by his teammate Chris Brenner. Top 4 around the top side of the racetrack. You get back to John Lepresto running the bottom. Chris Roberts going through the middle of the racetrack. Terry Landis on the bottom side. Oh, John Lepresto and Chris Roberts. Slides of a contact on the exit of turn number 2. And look at Chris Brenner putting a slider on Anthony Lepresto for 3rd. He gets him, but Lepresto, well, he's not going to take that one lying down. He puts the slider back on Brenner as they race off at turn number 2. While they're doing that, they're giving a chance to Chase Cabray and Jason Minor to run away with this one. But Brenner clears Lepresto by a couple of car lengths down the front straight, but Lepresto He is not giving this third spot up without a fight. Slide job. Whoa, that was close. Brenner and Lepresto. That is Anthony in the 57. These two guys are going at it. Lepresto again with a slider. Brenner, he goes to turn it back underneath, but Lepresto didn't slide up all that much. And now they both go to the bottom in 1 and 2. Now you throw in Chris Roberts. Terry, I think it's Terry Lance going back to the pits in the 4 car. No, it's not. It's Nicholas Cheever. Pretty sure the 4 car was there anyway, but Chase Cabray has got over a second lead over his teammate Jason Meyer, and he's got a second gap back to Anthony Lepresto, and then it's just a couple of car lengths back to Chris Brenner, and a similar sort of distance back to Chris Roberts, John Lepresto. Now Brenner once again with a slide job on Lepresto. That's Anthony in the 57 again. And yellow flag is out. As this could be the 057 of Craig Dunn. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPates instant replay. Going into turn. Oh, 47 to Garrett Pepe into 3 and 4. And he's going to be back in the pits, and a little bit of roles reversed from race number 1 after Roberts was sent back to the pits early on. And Dunn was able to go, so championship points are going to be in full effect here. Listening to race control this time by for a white flag lap 3 actually. Should give us about 10 to go.
One of these guys, single file, white flag lap 53. 9 to go.
That's a 9 to go. Can Cabray go back to back? Jason Minat second, Chris Brenner third, Anthony Lepresto, Chris Roberts, John Lepresto, David Flick, Terry Landers, Garrett Pepiat, Brandon Steele, top 10, Ryan Munn, and Corey Cosmo. 12 cars left in this one. Green flag, back out on the racetrack. 9 laps to go for Chase Cabray. Can he go back to back? Top 4 rail the top side through turns 1 and 2. Now look at Cabray and Minac through the middle of 3 and 4. It looks like they may have just found something, but I tell you what, if Brenner's close enough and you leave the top side open for him, and as I say that, he got all sorts of out of shape down the back straightaway. Look, John Lepresto and Chris Roberts done well to avoid that 70 machine because he was all over the racetrack. Roberts and John Lepresto fighting it out in the 5th and 6th at the moment. Now just in front of them, it's Brenner and Anthony Lepresto going at it again. Brenner with a big time slide up into turns 1 and 2. Anthony already crossed it back underneath him. 5 to go. 2.5 miles for Chase Cabray to go back to back here at Eldora. John Lepresto back to position 5. Chris Roberts back 6th. 7th is David Flick. Anthony Lepresto back to position 3. And you just know that the 70 of Chris Brenner, they're going to continue to go at it. We watch your race leader Chase Cabray through turns 3 and 4, coming to 2 to go.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Ryan Martin, the 024. You see just driving back down pit road. Let's take a look at the Colby's iPaints instant replay. See what happened to the 024 machine. In fact, it might not even been him. He was just caught up involved in that. Oh, there we go. The 93 of Chris Roberts. Very, very lucky not to go upside down twice. It's the 93. Martin, wow, he jammed on the brakes. Well, I believe that's going to set us up for a green-white checker, and things are going to heat up. Yeah, well, Nathan, it's not just tonight, buddy. It's every night, unfortunately. So we'll listen into race control. We'll give us the white flag let cannon, but I believe we're going to have a green-white checker incoming.
One, the green guys, tighten up, single file, green-white checker. One.
There it is, confirmed, green-white checker. 2 laps, 1 mile, 8 turns for Chase Cabray to go back-to-back here at Victory Lane at Eldora. Can he do it? All signs point to yes. And of course, nothing in dirt racing is final until you get the checker. Ace truck is in. 3, 2, 1. Green flag is out. Chase Cabray and Jason Minor got a great start. I gotta wonder if there was a countdown on that one because they went simultaneously. And Minor may have even had the jump on him. Into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. No, yellow flag is out. Not sure who that is. Maybe Corey Cosbo's in the 10. Yeah, there's the old his iPaints instant replay here. We're catching you all the action. Garrett Pepe out off the wall, off the cushion of the wall, and the 10 of Corey Cosbo, the transport equipment hire pump at number 10 upside down. And so they'll do this green-white checker again. And we'll do it until we get the green-white checker in, or, well, these guys have got 8 minutes to finish this one. If it takes more than 8 minutes to do green-white checker, well, I think these drivers need to have a good, long, hard look at themselves. Here we go, green-white checker, attempt number 2. Chase Cabray, Jason Minor, Anthony Lepresto. My bet is there'll be no countdown on this one, if there was a countdown. It was Minor, and he was, he'd almost put up alongside Cabray on that one, but we'll count it down. 3, 2, 1, go. Now, see, the start wasn't as good just then for Jason Minor. Down the back straight away once again for the penultimate time, hopefully through turns 3 and 4. Lepresto's trying to get a run on Minor for second. The white flag is out. One more time around Eldora. Chase Cabray leads down the back straight away. Down into 3 and 4. Lepresto with a slide jump for second. Oh no, Minor around the outside. Cabray wins. Minor second. Anthony Lepresto third. And Chris Brenner home in 4th. Man, Lepresto hung it all on the line. And what a drive by Jason Minor, but what a drive from Chase Cabray. He goes back to back. And the quickie lap. Attempting to do it. Chase Cabray with the win. Try and get a chat with our top 3 here in just a moment. Not sure whether we will or not because Now it's getting late over there. Some of these guys, well, of course, they've got work in the morning. Quickly grab third place here tonight in Caliber 57, Anthony Lepresto. Anthony, congratulations on third. Well, you put it all out on the table, and well, third is what will have to be here for race number 2.
Yeah, yeah, car felt a lot better there in the second race there, and was able to get through the high side in the center a little better. So yeah.
You left it all on the table, going to 3 and 4 on the final time. Put a big slider on Minor there, but he was able to get around him. But going back to that previous sort of 10 to 15 laps, you and your teammate Brenner had a quite a good battle there, you know, putting sliders on each other.
Yeah, me and Brenner had a good battle there going for a little bit. It kind of got ruined by the yellows, but you know, you're gonna have that sometimes. And yeah, mine had a good run there, coming out 3 and 4 with the checkered to get by me. So that was a good run on him too.
Look, we know it's getting late over there, so we won't keep you too long. But you know, well done on third, and once again, I'm sure you got some people you need to thank.
Yeah, man. Thank my team, EW Motorsports, all of our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paint, Ultimate Dirt TV, Next Gen Fab, DLB, and thank you for running this thing, man. Casting this thing.
There we go, Anthony Presto home in third. We'll tap to the driver home in second place tonight in the 14 is Jason Minot. Jason, congratulations on second. It was a race of attrition there, but man, you and your teammate Chase Cabray had a good battle there at the end.
Oh, hey, yeah, man, that was quite the race. I didn't know what Anthony was planning on doing. I didn't want to see those restarts there at the end. You know, me and Chase, obviously being teammates, we were talking there, trying to figure out, you know, what we were gonna do there at the end and get away from him. But it still didn't matter. We both got good restarts, and so did Anthony. And it was a hell of a race there at the end. That was a lot of fun.
What were you thinking when you seen the Presto, you know, get your inside into 3 and 4 on the last lap, and you know, you pretty much just, you know, stuck the right rear on the cushion and drove around him?
Yeah, I didn't want to go to the cushion in 3 and 4, but I kind of missed my mark a little bit, and I was like, oh shit, I guess I'll go to the top. And you open yourself up for a slider when you do that. And I seen him coming, and I'm like, well, either he's gonna make it or he's gonna hit me. And he stopped it just in time, so I luckily had a little bit of a lane there and got around him.
Well done on second here in race number 2. But you know, before we let you get out of here, I'm sure there's a few people you need to thank.
Absolutely. First and foremost, UDSRA, my teammates there, Dakota and Chase. A lot of setup help there, and Dave. He might be an old man, but he can still wheel one of these, that's for sure. Tim Hunt Designs, good looking cars as always. Sprintcar Insider, and obviously you guys putting on this broadcast here.
There we go, Jason Minot home in second. Home with the win. He goes back to back here at Eldora. Chase Cabray. Chase, congratulations with the win here, man. It was a good race up front at the start, and oh, you didn't have it all your own way. You started fourth, you had to get through this field, but with a bit of luck, you did that, and you know, able to hang on there.
Yeah, kind of, you know, caught a couple lucky breaks throughout the race, but sometimes they say I'd rather be lucky than good, and so I happen to be pretty lucky here tonight. Messed up in my heat race, and that put me behind the 8 ball going into the feature. It's so hard to pass here. It's very, very hard. You got to just kind of time everything right to do it. And on the start, I knew I'd get into third because I started fourth, and I'd be able to run the top, and I would pass Jason on the inside. And then I was going to have to work past Nathan and Brenner to win the race. And Nathan clipped the wall, and then Brenner did the same thing. So it just so happened, like I said, to, you know, be lucky rather than good. And you know, the first race we were good, and this race we were lucky. So hell, I'll take it. All
right, now wait to be honest with me. I know you're always honest. On the second last restart, was there a countdown between you and Jason on that second last restart? Because he timed that perfectly. It looked like you guys went simultaneously. He almost got to your outside on that start.
Yeah, so Jason's my teammate, and we were in team speak, and it was a green-white checker, and I knew someone was going to try to slide someone. And I told him, if I count you down, you won't slide me in turn 1. He said, yeah, I won't. So I actually told him I'm going at the A in the second Eldora, and he timed my restart better than I timed myself, and he got a run on me, and I said, oh, you know, couple choice of words, and then I got up and it sorted out. But Yeah, definitely there was.
I always count on you to get an honest answer, but I guarantee there was no countdown on that last restart.
No, I told him we were gonna. I was gonna go in the same spot, but I was gonna go. I was actually gonna go maybe a little bit earlier, so that didn't happen. So I actually did tell him I was gonna go in the same spot, and just went just maybe a quarter of a car length sooner, so that he didn't end up getting my outside like that.
Well, you find Victor Lane for the second time here at Eldora. You clean sweep the night, and look, before we let you get out of here, once again, I'm sure there's a few people in some spots you need to thank.
Yeah, like I said, the UDSRA team went 1 and 2 tonight. It's nice to. I won the first one, and I think we were like first, third, and fifth in that one, and then or in the first one, and then we were first, second, and fifth in this one. So, it's nice to see our team running up front, and kind of putting a stamp in the DLB record book. So, those guys always put a good setup out, and it's fun to work with them. You guys are putting on an awesome broadcast once again, and DLB for putting on a great league. Always have fun, and I can't wait to do it again.
All right, there we go. Chase Carey there, home with the win. Home with the Twin Checkers here at the stadium, of course. We want to thank Bluesphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards for allowing Ultimate Dirt TV to cover the action here for the past 11 weeks. Next week is the final week for the Bluesphere Corporation 360 Winged Sprint Car Series, of course. Thursday night will be the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series, round number 11. Again, make sure you come back. We'll be live on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook and YouTube channel. Of course, big thanks to Joel Hamilton from Virtual to Reality, Chris Roberts for getting the stream up here on the virtual2reality.tv Facebook page. Of course, if you're watching on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook or YouTube channel, head over to virtual2reality.tv. Give them a like and a follow. Of course, if you're watching on the V2R page, you can check out the Ultimate Dirt TV social media information there, just on the left-hand side of your screen. Go to Facebook and YouTube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. You can hit the like and follow button on Facebook, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel as well. Like I said earlier on, we're not done with streaming tonight. In about six and a half hours time, it'll be 7 hours, 6.5 to 7 hours time, we're going to be live for the Australian Speedway League and down on the graphics, Australian Sprint Car title in the 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. TTL's Dylan Sharman won the inaugural Australian Sprint Car 360 title last year at Eldora. He now defends his crown at Charlotte. It'll be about 8 to 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So like I said, about 6.5 to 7 hours time. And we'll have quite a good showing there as well. Who will be crowned Australian champion? Will Sharman go back to back, or are we going to see a new face holding that Australia one? Well, that'll do it for us here. Of course, we want to thank Colby's Eye Paints and Team SETI for being the sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. You can check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. And of course, you can check out SETI Group Holdings on the web at www.seti.com. That's CEDI.com. Slowly starting to wrap the season up. One more week of the Bluesphere Corporation 360 Sprint Car Series next Tuesday night. And of course, Thursday night, same time at around 9:15 Eastern US time. It's going to be the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series, the penultimate round in 2 nights' time. And of course, next week, it is finals week. We finally get to crown our champions. It's a tight points battle between both 360 and 410 sprint car drivers. We know Chris Robertson and Craig Dunn are battling it out for the 360 title. And Craig Dunn and Stephen Hill, I believe, are battling it out for the 410 title as well. So make sure you come back on Thursday night for the Wicked Cushion stuff. And on behalf of everyone here at the virtual2reality.tv Facebook page, and on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, it's Brett Wheeler signing off. Saying good night. We'll see you back later on tonight.